Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Hexaberry, and the Crew Motorfest has been out for about a month now, and I have used my noggin to collect some things that I haven't really enjoyed about the game. So right now, I'm just gonna get started with 10 things that I just am annoyed with and just don't like with the game. But let's jump in and get started. And starting off with number 10, and these are going to be not in really any particular order. They're just 10 things that I'm annoyed with. No, you know, hatred over another. They're all just pretty generally annoying. But right when you start off in the game, you spawn in this goofy little place called the car meet. And then you're, clipping through everyone right here, and it looks kind of, wacky and goofy. It looks like something from, I don't know, something. But, you run around in here, there's really no point to be in here anyway, so I don't even know why they developed a walking animation, because to me, in my opinion, this place is kind of useless. But spawning here, you don't even have to spawn in on your feet anyway, but you're always going to spawn in right here. And it's the most annoying thing in the entire world. I hate spawning in the same location every single time I start up a game. I really think they should just let us pick our spawn location or just start us from where we last left off, such as how they did in the Crew 1. And then back to back with these things that I hate about Motorfest is number 9, I hate Kara. Now, I found a way to turn off the voice of Kara and everything. If you want to figure that out, I'll put a link in the top right corner right now, or you can find it in the description or at the end of the video. But basically, you just plug in a controller and do a couple things. But if you want to watch that, click the link for that. But Kara herself, I guess, as a system in the game, is annoying. Voice aside and everything, you can turn that off and everything. But the automatic waypoint setting is honestly one of the most annoying things I've ever had in any game, period. It could be any game at all. Don't suggest things to me. I hate suggestions. I hate listening to things. I hate listening to people. So if I spawn into the game and I'm driving around, stop automatically pinning a waypoint for me. I don't want to do it. And it'll say, Kara will, shove this thing down your throat and tell you to do, revisit a timeline thing. I'll even show you what it is. But for the main stage is what it is. Kara will tell you to do revisit playlists and everything. But I'm already maxed out on all of them. I don't know why it put me in that. But again, I don't want to be suggested things. I already have my revisit timeline finished. And it's honestly just, it's useless. Leave me alone. And then another smooth transition into number 8 is ghost cars. Now, I get that they're trying to make the game feel more lively and everything, and fun, and happy, and silly, and wacky, and cool, and lively again. It's cool seeing them drive around if you like it and everything, but honestly, dude, sliding his foot on the ground. But the ghost vehicles are just another just annoying aspect of the game, especially if you're trying to do challenges and their headlights are, blinding you, and then you get confused if there's, a real car or a ghost car, and then you just end up hitting a real car anyway while the ghost cars travel through you. It's annoying. If you want to make the game feel more lively, Ivory Tower, if you're watching this, or Fergus, whatever your name is, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it if you're watching this, give us 28 player free roam lobbies. Like, if we can have 28 players in a PvP event, why can't we have 28 players in free roam? Just a suggestion. And then moving on to number 7 actually is something that I am honestly kind of confused with. One, I love the fact that they implemented the 900 whatever it's called, full rotation wheel steering. It looks great. It's awesome. The animations are just great. One thing I don't understand is why they didn't bring a first-person field of view slider or any other cockpit adjustments, cockpit camera adjustments to the game. We had it from the Crew 2 and everything. You could set, an animation intensity, how far your head turned when you looked around, and then how far, adjusted if you braked and, hit the gas. And you're just like, woo! You could adjust that stuff. And you could also just even adjust the field of view, set how, far back you initially appeared. But right now in the game, there's no. Oh, that's a cool little animation. But right now, you're like glued to the windshield, and I would appreciate being, set back a little bit so I can see, a little bit more of the steering wheel and a little bit more of these just awesome, amazingly detailed interiors. But I feel like that's something they can easily fix in a future update, but I'm just hoping it comes sooner than later because I love driving around in first person, especially in these classic cars. Ooh, camera adjustment, mirror adjustment. Oh, that's cool seeing some dude flying out of the sky hitting the speed trap at 436.8 miles an hour. I love this game. And this right here is just a small goofy thing that I noticed with the game. If you're driving the Cadillac Coupe de Ville 1949, switch to first person and shifting from neutral to drive or neutral to reverse or, vice versa and everything. Obviously, this car is old. It should not have paddle shifter animations for shifting an automatic car. It should have a column shifter animation. There is clearly a column shifter right there. I'm not entirely sure why they did that. They even have column shifter animations implemented into the game. If I go over like two cars to the newer Cadillac, it has column shifter animations, which is cool. Look at that. That's awesome. I don't know why they did paddle shift animations for the 1949 model year. It's just kind of goofy and takes away from the immersion. But regardless, I love this car. It's great. You can't stop looking at it. But yeah, that was... Oh, was that number 6? Let me check my list. I have it in front of me. Yeah, that was number 6. Moving on to number... I just said number 6. Number 5. This is something everyone can agree with right now. Is the continuous scrolling through all of the cars. There's what, 500 something cars in the game? 605, I see. And I only have 282. If I'm, moving from a street tier 1 vehicle, I'm like, I want to do some off-roading and, drive a rally raid car. I have to scroll through all of these cars just to find what I want. And then I'll, hop in the Toyota Tundra Turd Pro, cruise around in this for a little bit. And then I'm like, I want to go back to a street tier vehicle. I have to go all the way back. And find what I'm looking for. I don't know why I made this gold. It must have transferred over from the Crew 2. But again, I have to go all the way back to find what I want. Let's cruise around in this thing for a little bit. Pretty cool. Epic. They should implement... Here, this is how I would want a vehicle menu to look. I think the shop did it pretty good with these levels right here. So either organize it by brands or organize it by vehicle category. So at the top, you would have Street Tier 2 or Street Tier 1. And then scroll down Street Tier 2. You can scroll through all your cars. Rally Raid, Drift, Hypercar, and all these levels right here. So you can find what you want a lot easier instead of having a humongous single road list of cars. Nobody wants to scroll through all of these. And then number 4 on my list is the fact that vanity tires, and more specifically the white wall tires, have been broken in the game since the beta, and they haven't fixed it. If you're looking for a white wall tire, you'll see it in the images below and everything. But what you're really gonna get is some 90s goofy looking Nickelodeon design with paint splatters and stuff. That's just a messed up texture in general. It has like, half a quadrant, whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying, but it just looks goofy in general. It's not a white wall tire. You can use wherever it went. You can use the old vibe tire if you have it, but sometimes the red on the tire doesn't match with anything, so it looks a little off. So if you want a plain white wall tire in the game, you're kind of screwed. You can use the Coupe de Ville. It has white wall tires stock, so you're good there. I don't know why it only works on that. That's another thing that people are just generally upset about, and they haven't fixed it yet. God, these ghost cars are annoying. Number 3 on my list isn't the ghost cars. I already mentioned ghost cars. Is player names. Let me just double check to make sure I have player names on. They are on, but it doesn't show them. It shows the distance of them, and it shows their title if they have one equipped. It does not show their player names. Why? I don't know. That's for Ivory Tower to answer. And I understand, some people don't even want player names, so you can just turn them off in the settings. I enjoy having player names, because if I see a name that, looks familiar or cool or unique, I want to go drive to them and see what their car looks like. I can't do that because I don't know who I'm driving with in my game. These could be bots or something, who knows? But that's just a goofy little thing as number 3. And then moving to number 2 on my list of things that I hate about this game is the map. Not the map is great and everything, driving on it and everything, but the map functionality itself is booty garbage. You can't zoom out, so you're going to have to pan across the map to find what you're looking for. There's no map filters, so if I'm looking specifically for the Grand Race icon, I have to scroll through all of these popping up animations, stupid little icon things, and it's, almost impossible to find it sometimes, because sometimes it's under icons. That's just my main issue with the map, is there's no filters. You can't filter anything on the map. I don't know why. And then zooming out would also just be an amazing feature, so I don't have to pan across the entire map to find a specific location or look for something. It's just annoying. And then having all these icons show up. I don't care about skill challenges. I'll do them when I'm driving. I don't care about a lot of these events, but let me filter them and let me zoom out of the map. Zooming in is fine. It works, like a charm, like it should. But zooming out, this is as far as you can zoom out, and I think they can improve it. And number 1 on the list has to do with grand races. And grand races are fun and all, except for the start. Starting off, you're either screwed at, being in the back, or if you start in the front, then you're in luck. But if you start off in the back, you have to deal with everyone bumping into each other. It's like they're playing bumper cars and everything, and then you can get screwed over at the start of the race, and then you'll just never catch up. It's honestly generally annoying. But we got a little lucky at the start of this race. Oh, no, hold on, there's a turn. Everyone's gonna be freaking blowing up. But yeah, starting off grand races with collision is annoying, but we got a little bit lucky this race because there's no buildings around us, there's no constrictions on the road, so we can take anyway, as you saw there, collisions in the first, portion of the grand race are very, very annoying. And that is just my top 10 list of things that I am annoyed with in the game. If you have things that you are annoyed with in the game, or if you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. But if not, if you enjoyed the video, hit like, and if you want to subscribe, that would be very generous of you. Getting money is very crucial in my life. I'm going broke, and your support would be very cool. But if you don't, I don't really care. Have a good night, good day, I guess, and Follow me on Twitter at Hexaberry. Links are going to be in the description. Other than that, I hope you guys have a good night, and enjoy the, whatever. I'm done with this video. Goodbye.